There we go. Up and running. We're back again. It's been a while, but we're here. We're alive. We're moving right along. What a weekend we had. Lots of fun finishes across the board in MMA. We'll get into it as we go along with thank you anyone who is watching this in the future because there's probably no one watching live right now. And guess what? That's okay. We can keep things going right through. We don't need a big crowd. We're just here having some fun. For anybody who's listening, who wants to catch up, who needs something to keep them going that is positive, that's what we're here for. All right. Let's see if we can get some music going just in the background to give my voice something to fall back on in case there is nothing. Nope, that's not sounds. I need this. Yeah. Don't want to overshadow the voice too much. Anyway, anybody got any complaints after the fact, let me know and I will try to fix it. Of course, I'm only using the free version of this shit. I don't pay for nothing. This is just for fun. This ain't no job of mine. I've got no ego. And neither should anybody else who you are listening to, because guess what? We're all the same. We're all in the same boat. Life is tough. MMA is fun to watch. And it's the only sport that I can really get behind. So, where do we begin? Of course, I've got Volkanovski pulled up here. I've got something in my eye. We'll just admire good old little Volk there. Looking like an absolutely fantastic connoisseur of the cuisine variety. I'm not quite sure what he's looking at or what he's eating, but my word, he looks exquisite, we will say. Let's get a couple things pulled up here before we get all ready to go. See what's going on around the world of MMA. It's early. It's a Monday. And it is officially Tom Aspinall Fight Week. UFC 321 coming in hot this Saturday. If you're in America, it's starting early. Love to have those early cards on a Saturday afternoon. Is it going to be overshadowed by college football? Very likely so. But for now, we will take it as a good sign of things to come. UFC 321, big time card, fun card. There's one fight on the main card I'm not so much looking forward to, but that's okay. It even appears on the poster, as you see here. Verna Jandiroba and Mackenzie Dern for that co-main event spot. I'd toss that right out of there. I don't need to see it. Surprised they're putting a women's fight over in the Middle East. Let's just be honest here. They're not the biggest fans of those ladies over there. Anyway, maybe they'll be tucked up in their turtlenecks going forward. But we've got a huge main event. Tom Aspinall, Ciryl Gane. Ciryl Gane, does he deserve it? Does Volkov deserve it instead? In my opinion, yes, but whatever. Ciryl Gane's got the bigger name, allegedly. He's got more title shots, allegedly. Should we throw the hat on? I don't think I need it today. Anyway, Umar Nurmagomedov, Mario Bautista, Volkov, Almeida, Rakic, Mirzakhanov. That's a big one in the light heavyweight division. Very excited for that one. Some big boys fighting on Saturday morning. Let's take a look at Tapology, see what's coming up, see what's going on, and look at the entire damn card. Let's get it going right here, right now. Maybe we crank that up just a little bit more. Again, let me know in the comments after the fact. Is that music cranking too hard, too loud? We'll keep it moving. All right. What do we got going on? Let's take a look. Tapology. Shout out Tapology. Always great stuff here. From top to bottom, Tom Aspinall, Ciryl Gane. Ooh, sorry about that. Verna Jandiroba, Mackenzie Dern. I saw her hitting pads this morning when I woke up. Saw a new clip on Twitter. You know, the For You page when you just get shit that you don't want to see. Yeah, I mean, she looks rough. We'll just put it that way. Anyway. Umar Nurmagomedov, huge bantamweight matchup here. Only going to be 3 rounds. Now, I'd love to see this 5 rounds. I want to see Mario Bautista get tested because if he wins this, Merab wins in December potentially. That could be the next matchup for the title. I'd like to see him get tested with 5 rounds first. But aside, alas, whatever you want to use, what are their rankings? Let's take a look at the rankings. I'm just very curious where Mario Bautista sits after that win over Patchy Mix. Of course, Patchy Mix was a late notice fill-in Let's see what the rankings hold for us this morning. Of course, the rankings will update Tuesday mornings. So we'll see what the bantamweight rankings look like. Let's zoom in here so we don't have to get a crazy wide view of the thing. All right, here we go. Merab Dvalishvili, champion. Sean O'Malley, still number 1. Umar Nurmagomedov sitting at 2, fighting back in the ranks. He's actually tied with Peter Yan. That's interesting there, 2-2. Corey Sandhagen at 4, Song Yadong at 5, Davison Figueiredo at 6, Cheeto at 7. I expect him to go way down. Probably him and Zahabi switching spots if I had to guess, but we'll have to wait and see. Zahabi could jump all the way up to number 5 ahead of Song Yadong. I highly doubt that. But Mario Bautista sitting at number 8, jumping up to the 2nd spot, potentially with a win over Umar Nurmagomedov. That would be huge here. But I'm a bit worried for Mario Bautista heading into this one. The way that Davey Grant was dispatched by Charles Jourdain this weekend at 135 was a little bit troublesome. Let's take a look at Mario Bautista and his history. And again, I'm not the super analytic studied fighter. I don't compete in martial arts. I am not a full-time martial artist. I've dabbled here and there, but I will not consider myself an expert in any form or fashion. However, this guy's on a heck of a win streak since losing to Trevin Jones back at UFC 259. That was back in March of 2021. You can take a look here at his Tapology page. Lost to Corey Sandhagen back in the day. That was one of the first cards on ESPN Plus that I saw. Wow, I think that might have been the first ESPN Plus card. Anyway. Jay Perrin, Brian Kelleher, Benito Lopez, Guido Canetti, Damon Blackshear, Ricky Simone, Jose Aldo, Patchy Mix. I'm a bit worried. Am I overrating? Mario Bautista? Now, I think he's a great fighter. I find him terribly boring now that he's stepped up into the rankings, into the higher levels of competition, has fallen off in terms of the entertainment value, much like an Ian Gary. Very entertaining, very fun fighter, very fun personality coming into the UFC, getting up to the rankings, and then shit just absolutely collapses. The floor goes out from under them. They are smart fighters, and I appreciate smart fighters. Unlike a Brendan Allen, who I think has got all the tools, all the talent, all the ability, good athlete. He's just kind of dumb. Makes some dumb decisions. I think that's the Brendan Allen way of things. However, on the flip side, Mario Bautista, not Corey Sandhagen. Corey Sandhagen is probably too smart for his own good, but he is pretty fun to watch. I mean, he can be a little hit or miss now these days. But Mario Bautista, Ian Gary, these guys are too smart for their own good. They don't have fun personalities. They don't have good personalities at all. I don't like it. But they're very talented fighters. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about that. However, am I overrating the likes of Mario Bautista, Damon Blackshear, Davey Grant? I mean, Davey Grant's super fun to watch, no doubt. But Damon Blackshear just lost to Davey Grant. Davey Grant just got sparked out in a round by Charles Jourdain. Montel Jackson got fraud checked against Davison Figueiredo. I mean, you start to wonder. You start to wonder and question your logic, your thoughts, what you've seen in MMA. I don't know. It's a tough one. I think Umar might run this guy right over. Mario's very tough, very gritty, quite durable, fun fighter, outside the rankings. Now, will he fall back to that? I don't think so. He's probably going to be playing this one smart. Umar, very talented fighter, of course, trains with Habib, right? His cousin. He's got everything that he needs to succeed. Can he do it against a guy like Mario Bautista? I think that he can. I think, and maybe it's just recency bias, but Montel Jackson, Damon Blackshear, Davey Grant, these guys losing. Mario Bautista, I may be overrating him. Very good, very talented, but does he have that bite down on the mouthpiece, trudge forward and get a finish type ability? If he's down on the rounds, I just don't know if I see it against a high-level competitor like Umar Nurmagomedov. Umar, though, fairly untested himself. Who has he faced that is supremely dangerous and an absolutely disgusting finisher at bantamweight? You can take a look. Merab's not the most dangerous guy. Likes to dink and dump, right? Likes to pitter-pat shot. I mean, he almost finished Corey Sandhagen in the second round. He's got a submission over O'Malley now. But Corey Sandhagen, Barcelos, Nate Maness, Brian Kelleher's kind of heavy-handed, I guess. Escott Almacan. Who's he fighting that's a dangerous finisher? Mario Bautista is just not really a dangerous finisher in my mind. I don't see it. Umar hasn't faced that level of adversity either. He hasn't been dropped. I mean, he's been dropped, but he's not been, I don't know what the right word is. It's early, folks. It's early, folks. Forgive me, but the right word might be, give me a second to think. Give me a second to think. He hasn't been put in serious danger. He's been dropped, hurt. Was it a slip? I don't know. Maybe caught off guard. I just don't think this is going to be much of a test for him. I think he's going to put a pace on Mario. I think he's probably going to outpoint him. I think he's faster than Mario. Mario's pretty quick. I don't know. It's an interesting matchup. It's much like the Lerone Murphy, Aaron Pico matchup to me. Who's going to step up? Who's going to prove that they deserve a number one contender shot? Because I don't think either of these guys should get a title shot, but O'Malley's still floating around. Yadong, Song still floating around. Davison Figueiredo still floating around, excuse me. I don't know. Just don't think they're ready. I don't think they should, especially Umar. One fight removed from the title shot, from the title loss. Shouldn't get it. Mario, number 8. I mean, if they just absolutely need a new contender for Merab to face in February, March, go ahead, run it. I'm okay with that. No problems there. They need a fresh contender. Song Yadong, if he gets a win against anybody, you throw him right in there against Merab as well. But Volkov, Jailton Almeida. That's an interesting one. I feel really bad for Volkov here. Dana White said they were going to do right by him. I thought that Volkov won that Cyril Gane matchup, but it was very, very close. He was very, very close. Jailton Almeida, dangerous grappler. We've seen what has happened to Alexander Volkov in the past. Has he improved? He's been making crazy strides in the improvement realm, getting better and better with each fight over the last couple of years. I mean, this guy is trying really hard to make a career out of fighting. Some of these other guys, Cyril Gane comes to mind. Not full-time fighters, getting into the movie business, trying to be actors, trying to be models, da-da-da-da-da. Volkov's a good-looking guy. He ain't trying to be a model or a movie star. He's dedicated to the fight game. Jailton Almeida, a killer on the ground, had that misstep against Curtis Blades back in the day. What was that, UFC 299? Kind of stunted his growth. Can he get a big win here against Alexander Volkov on the ground? Can he take him down? I mean, Volkov, one of the tallest guys you will ever fight. 7'7"? Ridiculously large man, but he has been bulking up, getting bigger, getting stronger. I think Volkov could come out of this one with a big win. Now, Jailton, how many times has he fought since that Curtis Blade loss? Twice against Romanov, Sergey Spivak. Not a lot of pushback from those two tubby heavyweights. Romanov, of course, going over to the PFL. He's doing his thing over there. Curtis Blades, Derek Lewis win there. That wasn't very interesting to watch. I mean, this guy's on a streak. Aside from that Curtis Blades loss, I mean, he's got some good wins. Shamil Abdul-Rahmanov is not bad. Rosenstrike, not bad. Curtis Blades took the loss there, but he was winning the first round, dominating the first round against Curtis Blades. Volkov, on the other hand, let's just say he had that win against Cyril Gane. I mean, he'd be on a heck of a streak after losing to Tom Aspinall, who's the best in the world, no doubt. Rosenstrike, Romanov, Tai Tuivasa, Pavlovich, one of the scariest fighters in the heavyweight division. Huge win over him last year. I mean, I want to say that Volkov gets the win, picks up a huge win this weekend. But Jailton Almeida's got that X factor on the ground. He's got the X factor on the ground. Very dangerous submission finisher, right? He's not just this guy who's going to sit on you. Did he sit on Derek Lewis? I don't know what he was doing. Every other fight, you see him methodically go through the ground and pound, methodically work for a submission. He was working on Curtis Blades in the first round. Curtis Blades has good grappling, of course. Not easy to get rid of Curtis Blades on the ground. Jailton Almeida was working his way there. Curtis just took him out with those elbows to the side of the head. Beautiful work there by Curtis Blades. Beautiful work by Jailton in the first round. I'm worried for Volkov. I like Volkov. I like to see a guy who's really improving, really working towards something, because a lot of these other heavyweights are just tubby, fat guys that aren't working at all, and you can tell they are not working hard. But listen, Volkov, huge guy. Jelton, big guy. Could be moving between light heavyweight and heavyweight. Like to see him at heavyweight. Just a big athletic guy. We'll see how that one plays out. We'll see if I can shape my opinions, if I have time to break that one down. Look at it even more so than I have here today. But Rakic and Azamat Murzakanov. Murzakanov coming in this one 15-0. Lots of great finishes on the record. Alexander Rakic has been slipping lately. Let's see what he's got going on. 14-5. His record's fallen off quite a bit. I mean, this guy coming into 2022, he hasn't gotten a win since 2021. And of course, he had that terrible injury with the knee with Blachowicz in 2022. He has not won a fight since 2021 against Thiago Santos and Anthony Smith, who are both out of the UFC now. Last loss before that, Volkan Ozdemir, split decision. That was a close one, to be fair. But my goodness, coming into 2022, this guy was 14-2. Great record. Now 14-5. Record slipping there. Not looking great on the ratio. Thiago Santos, Anthony Smith are his last two wins. I mean, I think the guy's an athletic freak. I mean, he was piecing up Yuri the first round. Yuri just did his thing, took over, and went the samurai way. Just went all balls to the wall. Chaos, pedal to the metal. And Yuri took him out. Azamat Murzakanov, very shifty, shorter fighter. Going to be hard for Rakic to get off those long rangey strikes against the shorter guy in moments, especially the jabs and the punches, but the kicks he can succeed on. Azamat, lower, stockier, thicker, probably got bigger calves, bigger target, bigger thighs, bigger target, right? Brenson Ribeiro, Alonzo Menifield, Dustin Jacoby, Devin Clark, Tafon and Chukwi are his big wins. Trying to get more active. I like seeing him in there more active. I mean, he has not been fighting a whole ton since he came into the UFC. I mean, that's really been stunting him because this guy is a killer. He's a killer. Great boxing, great technique on the feet. Losing my water bottle here. Where to go? There it is. I don't know. Does Rakic have it anymore? Can he get the mental game going? Can he get the positive thoughts going? Can he get the momentum going in his head? Can he get himself back into those confident ways despite not having a win since 2021? It's been 4 years since his last win, and it was over a guy who's no longer in the UFC. That's wild to think about. Considering how well he was looking against his former opponents, Yuri Prochazka comes to mind especially. I think he can still get it done. He's long, he's rangy. Will he be hard-pressed to get some of those strikes off with the hands? Yes, against the shorter guy who's shifty, who can move very well, who's got good footwork like a Murzakanov. We'll see. We'll see. I'm excited for that one. Good fight for the main card. And then, of course, the prelim headliner allegedly right now, Nasrat Haqparast versus Quinlan Salkild. Big step-up fight for Quinlan Salkild here on late notice. Nasrat Haqparast is a good progression for him. Nasrat not super dangerous, but he's a crafty vet. He's a crafty vet. We got to admit that. We got to say that. 18-5 is his record. Quinlan Salkild, 9-1. Hot prospect coming out of Australia. We're looking forward to seeing this guy. He's only 25 years old. Got that big win over Yanal Ashmouz last time out and Shul Jabli. I mean, this guy's staying active. This will be his third fight in 2025. Taking this one on very short notice. Just a couple weeks it took to put this one together. Nasrat Haqparast, very well-rounded, not super dangerous. This is a good matchup for Quinlan Salkild. Salkild very dangerous in all aspects of the game. Lots of finishes on the record. Nasrat Haqparast took out Esteban Ribovic in his last fight. Jared Gordon, Jamie Malarkey. I mean, this guy is not going to be easy for Quinlan Salkild to get out of there. But could he win a decision and just do more damage? I think he could. Nasrat Haqparast not super damaging in the feet, on the feet, in the striking realm. Good grief. Good grief. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to think about this one. I think it's a huge step up for Quinlan right here. Yanal Ashmouz and Shul Jabli, all the way up to Nasrat Haqparast, who's beaten guys like Ribovic. That's a tough one. That is a tough ask for Quinlan Southcliffe, but on late notice, nothing really to lose. Go on out there, try to get a finish early. I think he could do it. I think that he could do it. Of course, lightweight Kelvin Gastelum. No disrespect to the man, but he's just not all that exciting of a fighter. And Quinlan Southcliffe, very exciting. This would catapult him up near the rankings. Would be awesome to see that at just 25 years old in lightweight rankings, lightweight division, whatever you want to say it. I'm combining my words here. Anyway. Excuse me. Ikram Alaskarov, Jun Young Park. The Iron Turtle returns against Ikram Alaskarov, one of the higher touted prospects. You still call him a prospect. Let's just not call him a prospect anymore. He's had his chance at the top of the rankings. He has fallen short a few times now. I won't call him a prospect anymore. He's 32 years old. No longer will I call this man a prospect, but a win against Andre Muniz, that loss to Robert Whittaker. Came in that Robert Whittaker fight. Everybody was saying, he's got a chance against Robert. Robert dispatched of him easily and quickly. Andre Muniz, of course, his last fight back in April. That was a great finish there. Andre Muniz, tough out. He's just been cut from the UFC, but so his last win coming against a guy who's not even in the UFC anymore. Jun Young Park, on the other hand, 19-6. Look at the stud of a man. An absolute stud. Coming off of two huge wins. Two huge wins for him, considering he lost to Andre Muniz. So he's got that loss to Andre Muniz. And Alaskarov has the win over Muniz. Interesting there. So, MMA math, is it going to add up this weekend? I predict that Jun Young Park is probably the tougher fighter. If Alaskarov cannot get rid of him, he will hang around until the end bell. Brad Tavares, tough out. Ismail Nardiev as well. Picking up two big wins. He's riding the momentum. Ikram Alaskarov coming off a win as well. Who's going to jump into the rankings again? We'll see. But my goodness, the next one up, Mateusz Rebecki. Not too long ago, put on one of the wars to end all wars. My word, this guy, every single time he goes out there, puts on an absolutely fantastic performance. 2 losses in his last 3. You know what? I don't care. Keep this guy going. Don't care if he loses 5 in a row. This guy is an absolutely insane warrior. Mike Tybeck or by his last win, but Chris Duncan the loss there. Chris Duncan somehow outpointed. I won't even say outpointed. It's weird to say. It's like I want to say he outpointed him because he just hit him at range, but that's not it at all. Don't let me mix up this thing. Don't let me make the mistakes for you. These two men put on all that war. There was no point fighting in that one. These guys went in there to kill each other, and Chris Duncan came out the other side as the victor. Ludovic Klein, he's a grit down on the mouthpiece kind of guy, too. This guy puts on wars for us to view almost every time out. That Mateusz Gamrot fight was his last competition. Roosevelt Roberts got the decision there. Got the decision against Thiago Moises. Shout out AJ Cunningham for what he's been doing on the Instagram side of things. Interesting character there. Wow. What can I say about that guy? Interesting fella. Saw some weird stuff from that guy. Anyway, this guy comes to swing as well. This one's going to be an all-out war. I cannot see how this one does not become some kind of absolute banger. Maybe the fight of the night on the card. Whew. I don't even know. Should I even say any more? I mean, this guy, Ludovic Klein, got a lot of decisions on his record, but he comes in there to swing. Not easy to put away. Mateusz Rebecki. When was the last time that guy had a bad fight? Couldn't tell you. Polish Power versus the Czech. Whew. It's going to be a fun one. Al Sawadi versus Mateusz Camilo. Interesting matchup here for Camilo. Last loss to Gabe Green. Yuck. Yuck. I don't like the look of that. Don't like the look of that. Al Sawadi. Is this his debut? No, this is not his debut. Am I crazy? He did lose, and now he's back. I don't know what's going on with that one. Interesting matchup, but they got the regional guy there. Walter Walker, late notice replacement here. Louis Sutherland, hot off the presses of Dana White Contender Series. I'm excited to see this one. Walter Walker is going to drop down to the leg and get another knee bar, some kind of an ankle submission, foot submission. toe hold. I don't know what the hell he's going to do, to be honest with you. But two heavyweights. Not a lot to say about this one. Jose Delgado, Nathaniel Wood. Nathaniel Wood, shorter, stockier, more powerful. Jose Delgado, very fast, very quick, very rangy fighter. This one's going to be a fun, quick matchup. 145, Nathaniel Wood. Would like to see him back at bantamweight, his more natural weight class. But aside, we need to get down to the next matchup. Chris Barnett, Hamdi Abdelwahab, the Egyptian killer. The Egyptian, I don't even know what to call him. Anyway, Chris, the Beast Boy Barnett is back in style. This is the fight that everyone is looking forward to. Chris Barnett, I mean, what can you say about the guy? What can you say about Hamdi Abdelwahab? These guys are just two absolute killers, two of the best in the heavyweight division. It's going to be a fun, goofy matchup. All the memes are going to come out of this one, and I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see Chris Barnett. He's always a fun character, always fun to watch, always puts on a show for the fans, win or lose. It is what it is. And then Azat Maxim versus Mitraposo. Mitraposo still hanging around in the UFC flyweight rankings. Azat Maxim, can he get back into the flyweight rankings? That's my question. 15-2. Pardon me. Losses to Charles Johnson and Takir Ulanbekov. Wins over Tyson Young, Fabricio Nunes, Alan Gabriel. Nobody to sneeze at there. We'll see if he can get back on the win track. I think he can. Good, talented fighter. Good, crafty guy. Good, well-rounded fighter. Mitraposo, he's an athletic freak coming out of the United States. Can he keep the win streak? No, he's not on a win streak. Andre Lima and Suma Darji are his two last losses. Comes back to the UFC after a while. I think he competed back on the Ultimate Fighter Contender Series as well. These guys had a tough run of things. I don't know. It's a flyweight matchup. It's probably going to be a scrappy fight. And then the women's fight, Mizuki Inoue. I believe she's making her debut against Jacqueline Amarim. She's pretty underrated. It's women's MMA. Not got much to talk about here. For me, on my side of things, it is what it is. If somebody shows out and shows up and has a great fight, great performance, shout out to them. But other than that, don't really care. But from top to bottom, this card's got some interesting matchups for sure. The flyweights are going to be fun. The heavyweights are going to be fun. Jose Delgado and Nathaniel Wood, that's going to be a tough matchup for both guys. Walter Walker and then the debuting Louis Sutherland, hot off the presses of the Contender Series. Like I said, Sawadi Camilo, maybe it'll be a good scrappy fight at lightweight. Mateus Rebecki, Ludovic Klein. That one's going to be a banger. Alice Garov, Jun Young Park. This one's going to be who's coming, who's going late in their careers as they progress into their 30s. Nazareth Hekpress, this is going to be a telltale sign. Is he going to break into the rankings finally? Does he have the well-rounded skill set to get it done? He's not quite the finisher that we wanted to be to Quinton Salkill on short notice. Can he step up and get a big finish here? That would be very, very exciting. Rakic, Azamat, Murzakanov, huge matchup in the light heavyweight ranking. Can Azamat keep ascending? Will he get that title shot soon? He could be a player in the 205 division. Alexander Volkov, Jelton Almeida coming up the ranks as well. Who's going to get that next title shot? We're looking at this one. And also a replacement if one of the top guys falls out. If Cyril Gane makes a mistake, falls out of this one, it could be Jelton or Volkov. They're ready to step in on short notice. And then Umar and Bautista, that's going to be potentially number one contender fight. I hope not for Umar's sake, but on the flip side, Mario Bautista could be getting a title shot if he gets a big win here. Vernon Jandiroba versus Mackenzie Dern for the strawweight title. Meh. Big fat meh. Big fat bathroom break for me. Big fat shower break for me. I don't know what's going to happen, but maybe it'll be a crafty fight on the ground. I mean, Verna lost their last fight. This is a rematch. Yeah. And then the heavyweights will collide. Cyril Gane, the fastest heavyweight you will ever see. But Tom Aspinall might just be as quick as him, but more dangerous than Cyril Gane. He's got the power in his hands to put out anybody. This is a fantastic matchup. I can't wait for this one. You guys let me know in the comments what you think about the card from top to bottom. I'm looking forward to it. Going to be some exciting fights across the board. The top two fights, they could end in anticlimactic fashion, but we'll see. Maybe the co-main will play out on the ground. It'll be a fun jiu-jitsu match. I don't know, with some punches mixed in there. The main event, I think Tom Aspinall is going to run away with this one. I think he's going to absolutely dominate Cyril Gane. And things are going to be right once again. Things are going to go the right way in the heavyweight division. Tom Aspinall getting back active again. It's been over a year since he last fought Cyril Gane. I am tired of this guy sitting around at the top of the division. I just don't think that he is that good. I don't think he's that committed to the game. He's very dangerous in terms of the speed, in terms of the technique. But is he a real finisher? I don't know. I have my questions for Cyril Gahn in that one, but I'll open it up to anybody out there that's watching live. We'll see if there's any comments. No, there are not, but that's okay. Anybody watching, rewatching this, going back in time, taking the time traveling DeLorean back to the past, throw some comments down in there for me to answer, for me to talk to you. Give me something fun to talk about. This is interesting. Listen, I don't know a ton about this guy, but from what I can tell, seems like a rich guy who's just paying to be friends with fighters. Am I wrong about that? Derek Moneyberg? Yep. Choose to conquer. Choose to conquer. My word. What an interesting guy. Apparently he's going to be on Ariel Helwani's show. I saw Sean Strickland clowned on him. I saw that he's a fake black belt. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. But I'll be tuning in. I'll be listening while I'm busy working. I'll be listening. See what kind of a fool this guy can be made of. Hopefully Ariel does a good job in this one. Ariel Helwani, he's hit or miss. Sometimes he does a good job. Sometimes he's just trying to drum up fight drama. He likes to fall back to the, I'm just a journalist. I'm impartial. I'm just trying to do my job. Now, listen, we need hardcore journalists to do their thing, to ask the hard questions of Dana White. They just are not doing that anymore. They are not asking the hard questions of the fighters anymore. Listen, we've changed things up. This channel's now the hardcore hater. We've done a little bit of a rebranding here. If I had a fighter in front of me, I am not afraid to ask him hard questions. I know that fighters can be dumb sometimes. I know they can not be the best human beings in the world. But as an adult, as a mature person, I will ask you the hard questions. Brendan Allen, for example, this weekend got a huge win at UFC Vancouver, right? Picks up a huge win. I think that guy is one of the best middleweights in the world. I've been saying it for a long time. Him and Fluffy are two of the best middleweights in the world. And I thought their rankings for years did not tell the whole story. I thought they were not getting the right jumps up in competition that they should have been. Brendan Allen is very underrated. Very underrated. He makes some of the dumbest decisions. He is one of the dumbest fighters at the top of any division right now. And I'm very disappointed in some of his previous performances. I do not think that he was close to beating Anthony Hernandez. He got absolutely ragdolled by Caio Borralho on the ground. Nasruddin Imavov, also not that close to a fight, but he had his moments, and he could have won the fight if he had chosen to do the right things. Instead, he chooses to go the more difficult route. Oh, I'm going to prove to Chris Curtis that I can strike on the feet with him, or that I'm a great striker. Why don't you just take him down and finish him early in the fight? Easily dispatched of Paul Craig, easily dispatched of Bruno Silva, easily dispatched of Andre Muniz, Krzysztof Jotko. Go down the fucking list. This guy's one of the best middleweights in the world. Marvin Vettori, not easy to put away. Got the win there. Him saying shit like, I just beat the best version of Marvin Vettori? Are you fucking kidding me? He's a tough out for anybody. But that does not give you a title shot. That does not give you any kind of validity for a title shot. Absolutely not. That is untrue. Brendan Allen, I think he's a bit of a dork, bit of a weirdo, bit of a dummy. I get that you have to promote yourself. I get that you have to pick yourself up. Title shot next? I don't think so. De Ridder riding the hot hand after a win over you or Fluffy? Absolutely. We're not that desperate for title shots, though. We're not that desperate for title contenders yet. I just don't understand. I don't understand how these guys, here it is, they get in their own heads. And again, I get that he's got to promote himself. Fair play. Fair play. But to say shit like, I could have won both those fights. Yeah, you could have if you didn't make stupid mistakes. Not that the judges robbed you. You didn't win either of those fights. They weren't that close. You made very bad decisions, and the gap widened, and the judges had to give it to the other guy when they could have potentially given it to you if you had made the right decisions, done the right things, fought the smart fight. I rag on smart fighters all the time. Brendan Allen, not a smart fighter, but's got all the talent in the world. Here it is. Here's what he had to say after the fight. Thinks that he deserves a title shot. I disagree. Fight DDP. Got the beef with DDP right now. If you can beat a DDP, hell, go ahead. Get your title shot. Go right ahead. It's going to be Imavov next. Who I think is highly overrated. I think Brendan Allen and Fluffy both beat Imavov in a rematch. Potentially, if they don't make dumb decisions, if they don't gas out, if they get their game plan going, I think Brendan Allen and Fluffy are both better than Imavov. I think they are. But Imavov has done the right things, got the right wins at the right time, knocked out Israel Adesanya. Great finish there. Anyway, let's listen to Brendan Allen, what he had to say after the fight. Just dumb statements. Push for the DDP fight, beat DDP, get the title shot. If you lose to DDP, you'll be right back in there. You're now a top 5 contender. He's proven that he's one of the top 5 best guys at middleweight. I think that he is, no doubt. Let's run it. Here it is.
You made great call out post-fight, dropped the 3 options. I guess let's start at the top. For like a title fight, people will probably say, you dropped the fights to Imavov and Fluffy. What's the argument for you to maybe go ahead of them if there was a title shot next?
I mean, if anyone wants to sit down and break down the tape and actually know the unified rules of MMA, we can sit down and have a conversation and point these out. And they can say like, oh, well, the numbers are he hit you 20 times, but we can watch that same fight, and I guarantee you, when they show the different angles, you'll see that it didn't hit me or hit my guard or graze me. So that's not a significant strike. If it just grazes me, it's not a significant strike. So if you look at the numbers and actually watch the fight in detail, know the unified rules, you can argue for both of those that I won both of those fights. But it is what it is. Like, it's a loss on my record. I learned from it. Even though I think it was very close, I think I arguably won them. Maybe I'm delusional. Who knows? But, yeah.
They were close in the sense that if he had changed up his decision-making, made some different decisions, followed a fight into the realm in which he was taking the advantage in, yes, he could have won. It was close in that sense. But in terms of how those rounds ended up playing out because he made stupid decisions, fell off the back, wasn't getting the right takedowns, wasn't doing what he needed to do, staying in the stand-up, outstriking Imavov even, you lost the fights, man. I hope you learned, but it doesn't sound like it. It sounds like you think you won those fights. And that's the kind of problem I have with these guys. Take the losses. Learn from them. Improve. Know that you lost. See your deficiencies. Don't pretend that you didn't. Oh, the judges robbed. No. Chito Vera comes to mind on this very same card. Close fight. Did they rob him? Was it in Canada? Was Zahabi going to get the favor? Probably. Is Zahabi a very dangerous finisher? Does he have anything but pillows in his hands? I'm not sure. But he was more active. And I think damage over everything. But when Chito's throwing 1 strike every 2 minutes, how can I give you a win? If it's that close, who do I want to see? Somebody who's really going to get after it, somebody who's older, somebody who wants to win, somebody who wants a title shot, who wants to improve, who wants to get a number 1 contender shot, not just, oh, I picked up 1 win, give me a title shot, I'm back in the mix. These guys are crazy. These guys are sitting on their spots. And I fear that Chito Vera would have done the same thing. Oh, I got a big win. Oh, I got another win. Oh, I'm just going to sit on my spot. I barely eke these ones out. I like Chito, but I'm getting tired of it. Brendan, getting tired of the bullshit. Call for the number 1 contender fight. Prove that you're the number 1 contender. Get the title shot. Stay active. You lose a fight, you win 2 more. You lose another fight, you win 3 more. You get right back in there. These guys need to be active in the rankings. Look at Imavov. He's got some losses. Now he's getting a title shot. Brennan Allen, 3 losses in a row. Technically speaking, got ragdolled by Kaio in Karate Combat Grappling. I count that as a loss because that's a guy in the middleweight division. Kyle Bahalio, stay active. Don't sit out for a year. Get right back in there. Get your title shot. Earn it. Fight as much as you can. Guys back in the day, they'd lose 1, 2, 3 fights, and then they'd be right back in there immediately. Immediately. They'd be right back in a title shot. They'd be right back in a number 1 contender shot.
I don't really care. It's in the past. We're growing. We're learning. And as I keep saying, man, I'm still the youngest guy in the top 15, now the top 5. And I probably got some of the most fights out of all of them. This is my 18th fight in 6 years. So I'd say I'm pretty active, and I haven't fought slouches. I fought all top guys. If you look at everyone I fought, in the moment that I fought them, they were all top dogs. Like, people talk about, like, Bruno Silva, for instance. When I fought him, he was 1 fight off of that big fight with Alex Pereira, and then Gerald Denby. So he was super close to that, super still talked about because of Alex. Yeah, a lot of guys. They were all good. Marvin Vettori, when I fought him, that's probably the best version of Marvin Vettori we've seen in a very long time. He was very hungry, and I went out there and bullied him and beat him 30-27, pretty clear. And
no, that was not the best version of Marvin Vettori. Shout out to him and his family, dealing with the loss of his brother. That's not the best version of Marvin Vettori, you dunce. What are we doing? What are you doing? What are you talking about? Older Marvin Vettori? Is he tough as hell? Is he tough as ever? Yeah. It's not the best version of him. It was not. He's changed up camps. He's changed some things. He doesn't look better than ever. What are you talking about, bro? Stupid. Stupid. Brendan. That's a fighter. I love him. Stays active. Fun fights. Finishes. Just makes dumb decisions. I think he's kind of a dumb guy. But great fighter. Fight DDP. Let's run it right now. Sign us up. January, February. Didn't take a lot of damage against De Ridder. Paramount card. Go. Let's get it done.
Yeah, so, it is what it is. I don't need to me, I don't need to talk too much to boast myself up. That's not who I am. I let my record, my actions speak for themselves. Don't get me wrong. I like to talk a little shit every now and then, but I don't like to get into it with nobody because I have a weird temper sometimes to where I just don't want to talk anymore. So I'm at the point in my life, I just come here, I get the job done, I give my best, I put on the best performance I can for the fans, for everyone here, for the promotion. I step up, and I'm trying to be the face. I'm trying to grow and be the best I can be. This division's stacked. It's steady growing, even more stacked, and I'm still here at the top, and I'm still trying to reach that belt.
I love that last final sentiment from him. Again, the rest about beating a great Marvin Vettori and this and that, and you didn't almost win those fights. The judges gave him the other way because they clearly won the rounds, okay? It wasn't that close. You make some smarter decisions, you could have won those fights against Fluffy and Imavov, potentially. But Reinier De Ridder, of course, is getting a lot of backlash, a lot of people saying that he quit on the stool, blah, blah, blah. De Ridder is a failure. People are grabbing his fake Twitter handle and running with that. But here is the reaction. Marvin Vettori, De Ridder's a pussy. Paulo Costa, if only I knew it would only last 5 rounds, I would go for it. This is bullshit guy, gave up. Imavov, he knew it. Kyle Bahalio, did RDR got injured in the fight or he just gave up? Real question. 11 months. He had 5 fights in 11 months. Massive guy. Is he cutting a lot of weight? Was he injured? Was he sick coming into this one? Of course, the fake Twitter account has him saying that he's got norovirus, blah, 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 blah. I think that there might have been something with the weight cut. He might have been sick. Might have been dealing with an injury. I don't know. It just looked weird. He went 5 hard rounds with Whitaker on the feet, which is not his realm at all. Lots of standing. Lots of striking in that one. Just got dominated on the ground by Brennan Allen. Just got absolutely dominated. Did he quit? No. Not in that same sense. His coach has come out since and said, hey, friends, fans, supporters, I normally don't share personal things on here. And again, De Ridder's coach here, speaking about the loss, speaking about the towel being thrown in, but I feel I owe a little explanation to everyone who's been behind us. First of all, thank you for the amazing support we've been receiving. It's been a crazy and busy year so far. Last night didn't go as we hoped. After a very strong start to the first round, things quickly started fading, and we couldn't really recover from the shots in and after the second round. I made the call to stop the fight after the fourth round. I take full responsibility for that decision, and it was the right call to make for me in the moment. It's not a decision I ever wanted to make, but I guess sometimes you have to, right? De Ridder looked out of it. He didn't even protest the stoppage, the towel being thrown in by his coach. My job is to coach, but also to look out for my fighter's health. I've been with Reinier for basically his whole career and saw too many signs that made me step in. If I didn't do anything, he would have continued to fight. Rather than risk unnecessary damage, I decided to call it a day and go home as healthy as possible, live to fight another day. I absolutely do not care about pleasing others if it comes at the cost of someone's health. There's a line between being tough and watching for your health. This sport can be brutal. These guys sacrifice a lot in their life in and out of the cage. There's no need for excess damage if it can be avoided. Most people forget that they are human too. Zero excuses for the loss. We knew what we were going for. We are not happy with this performance, but for now, recovery first, evaluate some stuff, and we'll be back again next year. It has been an amazing year overall. I'm thankful for all the highs and the lows in life. Proud of my brother, De Ridder. We've come a long way. Have a wonderful day, everyone, and thank you for all the continued support, all love. De Ridder's coach, Haroon. And there you have it. Long Instagram message from him explaining why he stopped the fight. You can read back through it yourself. Shout out Combat Brothers. Go give him a follow. De Ridder's a fun guy, good character. Sad to see him take the loss there to this weekend, but look, shit happens. You cut that much weight, you fight that many times in a 11-month span, that's a lot for a big guy. That's a lot for any top contender. For somebody like Khamzat Chimaev, and I saw this, and again, say what you will of an MMA guru. Say what you will. Like him or hate him. He's a big player in the game. And I thought that when I saw that tweet from Khamzat, when I saw the tweets from Kaya, when I saw the tweets from Imavov, three guys that did not fight but one time over the course of a year on multiple occasions throughout their careers. Let's see if I can't find it. Here we go. Khamzat, this guy gave up. He fought and he failed. Something happened. Something went wrong. Whether it was Brendan Allen just putting a pace and a pressure on him that he had never seen before, or, I mean, he's seen it against Malikin. Let's just be honest. Malikin beat the shit out of him. But Guru says it well. He puts it well. Bad showing from RDR. Would love to see how you handle 5 fights in 11 months against 2 top-ranked guys like Whitaker and Allen. A shame that we never will. Easy for you and Imavov to call it performances when you fight once a year and don't show up unless you feel absolutely perfect. I don't disagree. I don't disagree. Again, like Guru or not, Khamzat fan or not, he doesn't fight enough. He does not fight enough, and it pisses me off because Khamzat is a very fun fighter to watch. Barring that last matchup against DDP. Shall I pull up Tapology? One time in 2025, one time in 2024, one time in 2023. One time in 2021. Five fucking times he cut weight. 5 times. This guy cut weight in the middleweight division. I'd like to see Khamzat try. I wish that he would. He finishes a lot of these fights early. He's been going the distance the last couple times out. He's super dangerous. Super fun to watch. Takes almost no damage. What are you doing? Not fighting all the time. I get that you're the champion. You're not going to be fighting once every month, but my goodness. Imavov, same thing. This guy sits around a lot. Now, he takes more than one fight a year. I'll give him his credit there. Imavov's not as bad. Kyle Bahalio sat out for an entire year after the Jared Cannonier fight. Goes in there against Imavov and just lays an egg. Where were the takedowns, man? What are you doing? You've got all the tools to beat an Imavov, and he just didn't do it. Supremely disappointed. Middleweights are very, very upsetting to me. Do we even want to talk about the Dan Miragliotta situation? Do I even want to address it? Kevin Holland thing. I don't know, man. I think Kevin was just blowing that shit out of proportion. Did he get clipped on the side of the cup? Probably. Did it hurt? Absolutely. Doesn't feel good to get hit in the nuts. But I think he was faking that after the second minute of that timeout, after the first minute of that timeout. Dude was milking that shit like crazy. He's posting on Twitter, on Instagram this morning saying his nuts still hurt. He needs an ultrasound. Shut the fuck up, man. More excuses from Kevin. Now, I like Kevin Holland's fighting style. He's much like Brennan Allen. In the sense that got all the talent in the world, good athlete, very, very talented fighter. Very good technically. Very dangerous. Lots of finishes. But Kevin Holland, anytime there is some kind of adversity, this guy quits. He doesn't want to have a hard fight, doesn't want to have a hard training camp, blah, blah, blah. The guy's in there for a paycheck. Good for him. But for me to sit there in a co-main event spot and for you to get hit in the nuts 2 seconds after you get clipped with a great left hook coming into the clinch, it's bullshit. It's terrible behavior. It's embarrassing. It's pathetic. I don't like it. It's annoying. If anything but annoying. It is fucking annoying. I get that he's big mouth, fun character, likes to talk shit up, likes to talk shit in the fight. Whenever he's facing any adversity, he defaults to just playing it off and this and that. And, I've been injured. I've been nutshotted. I'm just going to talk to you and talk shit even though you're dominating me in the fight because I'm not really losing. I'm not really trying. But I've seen you go out there and get great finishes, great wins against tough opponents. I'm over Kevin Holland. It's done. I don't fucking care anymore. Guy's got a loser's mentality. He's got a stupid mentality. He's only in there for a paycheck. Go somewhere else. Go to the PFL. If you want a paycheck, go to the PFL. I don't want to see you in the UFC, in the rankings, having these fights against tough up-and-comers, having these fights against gritty veterans that you respect, that are trying to improve. Kevin Holland's not trying to improve. He's not trying to get better. He's in there for a paycheck. He's cashing a paycheck. He's trying to see, how can I milk this? How can I turn this DQ loss into a no contest so that I get my this, and the other? I want my full paycheck. I want this. I want that. I thought that he was going to quit before the 5 minutes are over. Then Dan Miragliotta fucks shit up and lets him go an extra minute. Kevin, are you ready to fight? Kevin, are you ready to fight? It's a yes or no question. Kevin, are you ready to fight? Yes or no? Answer me. 3, 2, 1. All right, fight's over. You didn't answer me. Kevin Holland, being a stupid little bitch. Making dumb decisions. Mike Mallet should have flatlined that guy. Punched a hole right through the back of his head. I don't care. You're going to turn around like that in the middle of the fight. They start the fight. Dan starts the fight. And Kevin turns his back to Mike Mallet. Mike Mallet, of course, the Canadian guy being too nice. Too nice in my opinion. Stupid shit. I wish he'd just run straight through Kevin. And again, I used to be a kind of guy that likes Kevin. I actually think that he's one of the best welterweights in the world if he actually would dedicate himself to the craft, to the game, to actually winning and having a winner's mindset. I think he's just got a loser's mindset. I think he's just In it for the money, nothing else. Not a competitor, not a real fighter. He's just in it for the money. Good for him, but go to the PFL. I don't need to see you in the UFC. And then Dan fumbles that one. Lets Kevin make a fool of all the fans. Disrespectful to the fans. Dan then, earlier in the night, the Kyle Nelson, Matt Frivola fight. Whew, that one was interesting. 3 seconds left on the clock. Dan Murglietta stepped in. Matt Frivola is getting the beating of a lifetime on the ground. Steps in with 3 seconds. Literally starts to wave his hands. That is the motion for ending a fight. And then we see them walk out for the second round, and somehow Matt Frivola's taking all that hellacious ground and pound, and he's ready to go for a second round. Because Dan Murglietta cannot make decisions, because potentially that was a controversial stoppage. Anytime there's a controversial late in the round stoppage, these referees, even though they wave it off and say the fight's over, they fall back to, oh, no. I just meant the round was over. Are you kidding me, man? This has happened one too many times in the last couple of months. Make a fucking decision. Stand by it. If you make a mistake, stand by it. Own up to it. Get better. The older these guys get, the more mistakes they make, the more stupid decisions they make, the more cope they have, the more excuses they have. Oh, I thought the timer was over. There was 3 fucking seconds on the clock, man. That's a long time. 3 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 1 Mississippi, 0. That's quite a long time. That Ryan Garcia guy, the boxing guy who's always on the speed bag, that dude punches like 48 times a second. That's a lot of damage you can do in 3 seconds. You called the fight off. You didn't hear anything. Come on, man. Goofball behavior. Anybody out there in the live chat, drop something down for me. We can talk about it. If not, and you're rewatching this after the fact, throw me some comments. We'll talk about it so we can get ready for the next thing. We'll leave that for a minute. And maybe, just maybe, if nobody's got anything to say out there live, we can talk about and go through some of the fantastic finishes we had from the PFL card, from the Octagon card, from the EFC card. Great stuff this weekend. Across the board, very fun finishes, very fun finishing sequences. But again, you guys let me know. If anybody's out there, drop a comment. Of course, we saw this. Fantastic sumo wrestler getting his giant soy sauce bottle, giant Hello Kitty bottle. Whatever that is. I don't know what the hell that is, but that is hilarious looking. But yeah. We'll take a look at these. Hopefully we don't get flagged for anything. Brave. Sensational head kick KO coming up. Take a look. Take a watch. Can we play the whole thing? I don't know if we'll get copyrighted or flagged for this. I don't know. We'll take it through frame by frame. Guy in the red lanes a crazy left, right. Boom, bang. Let's play it all the way through. Fuck it.
Big shot from heat seekers at each other. Gregor can barely stand.
Swinging back and forth. Hellacious bombs being landed. Hurt.
And he's moving forward.
Fantastic. Fuck, Look at him. Just straight to the dome. Puts him away. Puts him down. Ground and pound follow-up. Not even needed. Holy cow. Fantastic head kick finish there. My, oh my. Woo! They're putting on a show. And then this one. Best spinning elbow of the weekend. Of course, we had that one back on the Contender Series not too long ago. Back on Tuesday. Contender Series over. And I'm going to be missing it this week. But here we have a great spinning elbow knockout.
Pressure up against the fence as well. Just the back and the size of both.
Huge guy. pressuring up against the fence.
So, like you said, in this middleweight division.
Frames off. He frames off and let it rip.
Division doesn't
Boom!
Oh, spinning it! What? Wow!
Woo! Oh my goodness. Oh my word. I've seen this 1,000 times already. Frames off. Right to the temple. It's all over. Slumps him out. I mean, that is a dead body laid out on the canvas. There is the crowd. Oh my God. Here it is again. Slow motion replay.
The cage wrestling. He was getting beaten here, but then boom. Caught him in the temple.
And he knew. Look, he knew. This walks.
Oh my word. Woo. Oh my goodness. And then, if it doesn't get any better than that, we moved to the heavyweight division in the PFL Africa card. This was a hell of a card. Lots of great finishes. These PFL regional cards have been fantastic. The Europe ones, the UAE ones, the Africa ones. I mean, they're all fantastic. Lots of finishes. Lots of finishes. These guys are a little bit... Kane specifically. His complexion, both these guys, pretty dark. So it might be hard for you to see. I don't know if this is 1080 HD, 4K. But man, shout out to these motherfuckers for putting on a show. 20 seconds into the fight. Check this out. Oh! Huge. Huge head kick. That sound. And drops him like that. The head goes forward. The neck. Come on, Twitter. Come on, load. If you were watching this live, my goodness, I jumped out of my seat. I was not expecting it. 20 seconds into the round. Some regional heavyweights are usually not the best, but this guy, the power on this thing.
Oh, incredible! Head kick knockout!
Walk off, head kick KO. Holy crap. What do we have here? This one was from EFC. I caught this one on replay after the fact. Crazy exchange here. Just watch.
There, just great movement, great lateral movement.
They both get knocked down by a punch.
Patrick and Tim. He's done a nice left hand and down.
Dropped again, clipped again. And he's down again. Third drop down in like 2 seconds. And he puts him out.
Commander's down. This might be over. And it is.
Oh my gosh. Woo. Exhilarating. Exhilarating. Let's take a look back at that spinning elbow. No. Wrong thing. Here's another finish. I believe this was from Aries. Baki, of course. This guy, highly touted for a long time. One of the best guys outside the UFC. I believe this is Baki. Maybe not. No. No, it's not. Anyway. I'm not even sure who these two gentlemen are. Let's be fair. But we'll watch it. Guy in the red shorts. He's waiting for the counter strike. Blue guy rushes in. Just watch. Beautiful. Puts him in a body bag. Ooh. One shot. He's done. Stiffens him like a board. You see him there. Holy cow. The referee's in the shot there a little bit, but we'll run it again. Stiff as a fucking board. Oh, what's going on? Oh, he has no idea what just hit him. Here's the Baki finish. Holy cow. Who thought Baki was going to lose this weekend? I didn't. I wasn't paying attention. I know this guy. I thought he was better than this. Shout out to Jordan Zebo, who I've never heard of. Gets a finish here in Aries. Big left hook, wobbles Baki. Up against the cage. He's heard another one. And he's down, he's out. Huge upset. I don't know who the hell Jordan Zebo is. Baki, we've all been watching for years and years, waiting for him to make his UFC debut. What the hell happened? And of course, Charles Jourdain capping the night off in the UFC. This flying knee into the guillotine. Oh, lands it. Somehow does not knock out Davy Grant. Davy Grant survives this for just a few seconds. Ground and pound. He's still alive. He's still up. He's still awake somehow. I don't know how he survived that. Crazy Davy Grant. The Unk status prevailed in terms of the chin, in terms of the win. Ground and pound. We follow on more ground and pound. I don't know how he survived. The Unk chin held up. The guillotine sinks it in, holds the shoulder up tight. Oh, my word. Cinches it in. It's over. It's all over. Shout out to Charles Jourdain. My word. Whew. My gosh. Some great finishes over the weekend. We've got a couple more if I can find them. We've got a few more. Just got to get to them. Baki. That was crazy. What else we got? We had a couple more finishes in the PFL, I believe. 23-second knockout. What else we got? I can't find them. I cannot find them. Here's Vince McMahon for you. Anybody WWE fan? Watch that for a second. Interesting little hairstyle he's got going. But again, anybody out there, let me know. Drop a comment if you want to talk about something. Any news breaking since we started the show? Probably not. It's early on a Monday morning. Man, I'm missing those finishes. I don't know if I can find them. Darn. PFL Africa. We had a great flying knee. Jump knee as the guy was shooting in. Big KO there. I can't find him, and I'm not sure I want to look too hard for him. But anyway, if you haven't been watching PFL Africa, PFL MENA, PFL Europe, those are the cards to watch. The PFL tournaments, missed me with that shit. I don't care. Not enough exciting prospects on there, but these regional PFL cards they're putting on, it's been some good shit. What else we got? Any breaking news out there? Again, you guys let me know if you're out there. Drop something in the comments for us to talk about. Javier Mendez in the news cycle talking about some shit. Ilya Taporia coming home to Georgia. There's the vibes there. What else do we got? Fight week schedule for the UFC. What's going on in the UFC? Open workouts on Wednesday. Press conference on Thursday. Ceremonial weigh-ins on Friday. Saturday's the fight, of course. Anything else out there going on? We got Cage Wars. What else we got coming up this weekend? Tairo Otolo. He says he's got some fight news. MMA in Japan. If this card couldn't get stacked enough, I mean, my word. If you guys are not up to speed on the one championship card, you are missing something special. If you are not caught up with this one, you are missing something special. Oh, my goodness. The entire card, from top to bottom, full of amazing fights, full of amazing fighters, lots of world championships on the line. I mean, I don't even know what to say. This is going to be Saturday night into Sunday morning, the night of UFC 322, starting at about 1 a.m., starting about at 2 a.m., somewhere in there. East Coast time for anybody watching. MSG is going to be on the East Coast, so that's going to be starting at like 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock East Coast time. This one for East Coast time. Japanese and like Thailand and that is about 12 hours difference-ish, I believe, from East Coast time. I'm not sure how many hours back it is for us, the rest of the country. Anyway, getting into the numbers and the math of things, not very good there. Anyway, holy shit. I mean, you just stay up all night. If you're watching UFC, you start at whatever. You start at like in the afternoon. UFC comes on. You stay up all the way through the night. You got fights like you would not believe. Great card, UFC 322 in MSG. Followed up an hour later with the rest of this card. Oh, you are living. You are living high, my friends, if you are watching this one. November 15th into the 16th. Sleep during the day. Stay up all night. Holy crap. I mean, I cannot wait for this. That's what I'm going to be doing. Maybe we'll live stream it. I don't know if we get enough people in the comments here now saying they want to listen to it. I don't know. I don't see any fucking comments. That's okay. You know what? We'll wait till after the fact. Some people can go back and rewatch this thing. Superbon, Weary, holy crap. Featherweight, Kickboxing World Championship, Unification, Rug, Anatoly Malikin, Heavyweight rematch. Oh my goodness. Rodtang Nongo, Nadaka versus Noom Serene for the Atomweight Muay Thai Championship. Christian Lee, Rasuloev, I don't even know how to pronounce it anyway. Rematch there, I believe in that one. Christian Lee is back. Nabil versus Jonathan Haggerty. Holy crap. Holy crap. Bantamweight Muay Thai. Yuya Wakamatsu versus Josh Paccio for the flyweight world title. I got to read these. I don't even remember. There's so much. I can't even remember off the top of my head. Christian Lee, Nabil, Jonathan Haggerty, Josh Paccio, Yuya Wakamatsu, Nongo, Rodtang, Rug, Malikin, Nuiri, Superbon. And then you get to the prelims. Takeru, Gregorian, Yuki Yoza, Superlek, Stamp, Fairtex, grappling, whatever. They're two good guys. We know. Jake Peacock, I believe that's the guy that's missing an arm, if I'm not incorrect there. Somebody out there tell me. But Sua Kim is super fun. Hiroki Akamoto. You could probably skip the first 4 or 5 fights. If you start with the Stamp fight, you're going to have a blast. Fantastic card from top to bottom. But if you're coming in as a casual, Stamp Fairtex, start with that one. If you don't like the women's stuff, start with the Superlek fight. That one's going to be a banger. Takeru, Marat Gregorian, and Anpo. Holy shit. That's going to be a fucking banger. I can't wait for that one. Need I say anything else? Look at the damn card and look at UFC 322. They're just going to follow in one right after the other. You got 24 hours of just fucking bangers. This is a great card. Some of the women's fights aside. Mearshart versus Kyle Dawkins. Wellmaker. We got Jimmy Susurkayev. We got Kopylov. Robocop. We got Bo Nickel returning against, why am I blanking on his name? Jiu-Jitsu guy. Rodolfo Vieira. Dariush versus Saint-Denis. Prates versus Edwards. Brady versus Morales. Shevchenko versus Zhang. The best women's fight you could make in the sport right now, in my opinion. Jack Dillon, Elena Makachev to cap the whole thing off. And then, right after this is all over, you roll right into the one championship card and just have a night. Oh my word. I mean, this is it. They took the Cortez fight out of the main card. Hell yeah. Who is this, man? I got to give this guy a follow. I don't know who this is. Fuck it. That's my, this is the gift. This is the image that really, really sells the entire show. The entire night is going to be fantastic. I can't fucking wait, man. What a night. I'm going to be sleeping all day that Saturday. I'm going to wake up, catch that afternoon UFC start. I might skip the Angela Hill fight. I mean, if you know, you know. Hit her parakeet Angela Hill and just roll right into the one championship stuff. You have a long week at work, and then you got this. Just sleep for like 18 hours straight Friday night. Wake up, UFC. Go back to bed after church or something on a Sunday morning. We are rolling high. We are riding high. My God. Can't wait for this weekend. We can get into it more as the week progresses, but for now, for me, this is going to be it because I just want to dream and think about this card the rest of the week. We got a long work week ahead. But fellas, UFC 321 is this weekend, and not too far away is UFC 322 and 173 in Japan. Again, here's the fight week guide for you guys to keep up with. I'll try to be live as much as possible. Hopefully the rest of this week I can be. If not, we'll see you when I see you. You guys have a great one. Drop some comments down in here if you're watching live before we jump out of here. And if you're watching after the fact, drop the comments down below. Give us a follow. Give us a subscribe. And we'll get this thing going. We'll get this thing off our feet because I don't even know, mixing up my words. We'll get this thing off its feet so that we as a community can join together and have some fucking fun. I'm tired of seeing these guys with the egos on social media, on MMA YouTube. I can't watch half this shit. These guys got egos through the roof. That's not what we do here. This ain't a job. This is for fun. You guys are here for fun. You're giving me your attention. You're giving me the views. You're spending your own time, your own hard-earned time and money on this shit. I don't want to waste it. I want to take advantage of it. I want this to be just as much your show as it is mine because we're here to fucking hate on all this shit, to love it all, to enjoy it all. We might be hardcore haters here, but we enjoy all of MMA. We welcome everybody here. Politics, race, color, creed, religion. Everybody's welcome here. We love it. We love it. We want to have a good conversation. I'm tired of the division. We just want to have fun. MMA should unite everything, right? We can bitch about everything. We can love everything. We complain about everything, and we can enjoy everything as well in its own separate way. Anyway, lecture aside, that's not my place to say. That's for you guys to decide and develop, and for me to craft and hone this comment section, these followers, these people, these viewers, and these contributors for the next show. Anyway, again, this will be it for me. You guys have a great one. Have a great day. Have a great week, and have an even better weekend if I don't see you again. Thank you for all you watchers, all you viewers after the fact right now, anytime, anywhere, any place. This is the show to be on. Thank you for watching. This has been MMA Daily right here on the Hardcore Hater channel. We're all hardcore haters here, and we love to do it anyway. I will see you guys next time.